In this video, we'll take a look at how to fix views in SolidWorks models if you have incorrectly oriented your part file in your coordinate space. So I've got an example here, MVN 1A. Looks exactly like the sketch page, except that when I hit my isometric view, that is very clearly the wrong view. And when I come to my front view, again, right, this is the wrong orientation. So I'm going to attempt to show you a few different tricks, and some of them work better than others depending on the situation. So sometimes you have an option of fixing the sketch planes, and let me show you what I mean by that. There are, I have one example that definitely works, and then one that may not. So you might recognize this lathe part. I was supposed to have a front view that looks like a rectangle and a right view that should be circular. So I sketched this on the wrong plane. So when you fly out your sketches in your part tree history, you have the option to both edit sketch, but also to edit sketch planes. And so I'm going to click on edit sketch plane, and I'm going to change to the right plane, click my check mark, and then check my views. So my front view turns into that cylindrical view. The right view is back to circles, and my isometric view is all set. So if I hadn't gotten all the way through this part, I could definitely fix the planes that I had sketched on. Now, that doesn't always work, and for example, on this one, if I just edit my sketch plane from the right to the front, and so that didn't quite fix it. So the first time I tried to do that, it gave me an error. It often will. This time it reoriented it, but it didn't quite reorient properly, so I'm still at the wrong orientation. So when that fails, what's next? You can override your standard views in the part file. So when I open up my model, I can find the correct view for the front view. So I'm going to use my arrows on my keyboard to move things around, and this is a proper front view. So I'm going to come up to my standard views toolbar. Again, if you don't have that up, you right click at the top and you turn on standard views. This is yet another reason why I love it. It's just easy to access all of these tools. So I click view orientation, and that brings up this window. And I'm going to update standard views, which is the third option here. So I click on that, and now it says, okay, what view are you looking at? And I want this to be my front view. Yes, I want to make this change to override my standard views. And now, ta-da, my front view is correct, my right view is correct, my top view, and my ISO. So I have redefined my views. Now my axis is very wrong. So this only works in a cosmetic fashion. If it mattered where my center of mass or where my inertia was, that does not fix my axes. But it does reorient my parts so that I have a nice front view, isometric, etc. So finally, we can force drawing views very carefully. So let's see if I can show that here. I'm going to undo what I just did and break my part again. So I'm going to say that this is my front view. So clearly the wrong ISO. And I'm going to make a new drawing for part. Okay, so now when I put in a model view, I can just really carefully choose my view. So I'm going to turn on preview, and so I can see that that's the wrong view, but left, okay, this is my right view, or front view, excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on hidden lines and put that in, and now it projects from there. And I think it's because of my zoom that these lines look very wrong, but so I just carefully chose which view should be my front view. According to my orientation screen, this is actually a left view, and then I just projected my views from there. And so that's how I got my 3 views in ISO in the right view without even fixing my initial part. So that sometimes works. Of the 3 options, I would say that the fail-proof way is option 2 as far as cosmetic reorientation goes, that I can fix my standard views. Let's go to a front view here. I can fix my standard views by redefining them. I can say that this is my right view, and then everything adjusts accordingly. So that's probably the easiest way to do it most of the time. So that concludes this video, and I hope that one of those 3 options helps you with your drawing views.